And we are live. Welcome everyone to the first live stream of 2024. I put on a little bit of reverb on this mic. I'm just going to turn it off because it's kind of annoying me a little bit. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. I literally just got down from putting my son to bed. So it's all a bit sort of working out levels and stuff as we go on. That's better. But yeah, 2024, here we go. It's all exciting. Hope everyone's doing well. Had a good Christmas and good New Year. Hey Noah, hey Scott, how's it going? Noah asks, is that a Neumann TLM 107 I spy? Yes, it certainly is. Been using it a little while. It's really nice. It's a really kind of mic that just kind of works with everything, I find. Been really enjoying it. And then we have Scott. How's it going? Yeah, different camera angle, different spot for 2024. Happy New Year, Scott. Different spot, Scott. Yeah, absolutely. It's a new camera as well. So hopefully the quality might be a little bit better. Yeah. Let me know you can hear me okay. I'm just trying to work out the levels as we're going on. I literally just came down, turned on the computer, turned on the mic, turned on the camera, and I just literally just, whacked the mic here. It's not really set up how I would like a setup to spend more time on. But hopefully you can just hear me okay, and it's seems okay on my end, the levels and everything like that. Cool, yeah, Noah says, sounds great, perfect. Yeah, it's for sure, it's a workhorse, yeah. Always surprised that I don't see it more often. Yeah, it's not as common as like the 103 and the 102. It's a nice one. It's the fact that you can change the polar patterns, which I really like. I really like experimenting with different polar patterns, different positions, with different instruments. It's, yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I hope everyone's New Year was good and Christmas and everything. Back to it. I always do a rearrangement in the new year. Like during the holidays, I take a little bit of a break from social media and everything, and I usually just end up doing something, and that usually like some kind of project, and this was like completely turning my room around and having it in a different position. Because my room's kind of, it's not the ideal room. It's kind of like the ceilings are really low because it's a basement, but it's kind of rectangle, which is actually better than a square. But I had my monitor and my everything kind of set up this end in the middle of the rectangle. And I just wanted to experiment because I've heard that it can be quite good if you've got your monitors one end of the long room, if your room looking at it lengthways, if it's on one end, the more space that the sound can travel behind you, then the better. I don't know. I need to experiment. All of this is just experimentation, you know. But yeah, it's I'm quite happy with the setup so far and how it looks and everything. Yeah, hey Jasper, how's it going? Good evening. Looking for a travel guitar below 1,000. Thinking Yamaha FG3. Thoughts? You know what? I haven't had much experience with travel guitars, even though I travel quite a lot with my guitar. I'm just too. I'm a bit of a. I don't know what the word is. I was gonna say spoiled, but that's like I spoil myself with guitars and gear. Just I just like having my Loudon with me. Loudons do really small guitars, but yeah, I don't think they're under 1,000. I guess you've looked at the Martins, huh? Like they Martins do some travel guitars, and have you seen all these like these travel ones you can not break the neck, but you can bend the neck off, right? I'm guessing you've seen them. It's just a quick sort of machine that kind of folds the neck. That's the word I'm looking for. Folds the neck. Yeah. I don't know how much they are, but there's loads of these sort of around, but I haven't really tried them. I'd like to. Anyone else here have an experience with like travel guitars? Could help Jasper out. Yeah. Yamahas. I really like Yamahas, like I teach kids, and I always recommend Yamaha guitars. And there's some, for the price that you pay. I mean, it's not like a handmade guitar or anything, but they're pretty decent sounding, and they feel pretty nice. But I don't know any like travel ones they do. I'm sure they do. Yeah, you got a D18. For different tunings, I need a second guitar, not so much a travel guitar. Okay, yeah. I mean, under 1,000. I mean, there's lots out there. I mean, even Martins do some cheaper ones, don't they? Huh? You know what? I actually have. It's at my parents'. It's not here. It's like the guitar that I leave at my folks' place. So I have a guitar there. Because they live in Italy, and it's a massive trip to take a guitar over there. I once got one of these Martin kit guitars that you actually build yourself, but I didn't build it from scratch. It was like half built. Someone had built the body, and then it came with like the neck and the fretboard. So I just had to, and the bridge wasn't put on, so I had to do that bit. And it's quite hard actually to put it on, but I managed to put the neck on with the fretboard and then put the bridge on, because it came with, or I think maybe I bought this sort of other thing that goes on top to make sure you put the bridge in the right place, because that's like, if the bridge goes in the wrong place, then it's kind of, you have to just do it again, and it's a massive pain. Obviously, it has to be very, very precise, but it works and it sounds great. And I think I got it pretty cheap. I mean, it wasn't particularly a high-end guitar by any means, but if you're willing to do a bit of building, and it's a lot easier. It's like comes with various sort of tools that help you build it and stuff. But I'm guessing that might not be something that you're wanting to start. That's quite a big project. But I'd recommend that to anyone that has a bit of sort of carpentry or wants to try something. It's good fun. And you get a decent guitar at the end of it for a pretty cheap price. Yeah. But if anybody else has any ones they could recommend to Jasper, I just take my guitar. You know what I do? I buy, for this one, when I'm traveling on a plane, I buy a seat for it. That's how crazy is that? That's how much I love my guitar. I buy a plane ticket for my guitar and I sit it next to me and I strap it in. But you get some funny looks. People are like, is that seat free? It's like, no, obviously not. I bought a ticket for this. It's quite funny. Yeah, Noah says, I always suggest going to your local guitar store and try out a couple of them. Feel like you can often get surprised by what guitars you might pick out when you don't go for the brands you know. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think I've seen loads of like brands that are sort of, there's loads of like Eastern European brands that I've seen that have like really nice guitars for a pretty cheap price. I can't actually tell you the names off the top of my head, but yeah, there's loads out there. But that's a good suggestion there, Noah. I'm gonna start with a song because this live stream's just basically about me playing songs and then answering your questions. If you have any questions regarding anything, pretty much, feel free. I'll start with one of my favorites, Nobody's Fault But Mine. Here we go. I'll just give a bit of reverb on this microphone. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. If I don't read, my soul be lost. And I have a Bible in my home. And I have a Bible in my home. If I don't read, my soul be lost. Mother, she taught me how to read. Mother, she taught me how to read. If I don't read, my soul be lost. Father, he taught me how to read. Father, he taught me how to read. If I don't read, my soul be lost. Nobody's fault but mine. Bible in my own, and I have a Bible of my own. If I don't read, my soul be lost. Father, father, he taught me how to read. Father, he taught me how to read. If I don't read, my soul be lost. Nobody's fault but mine. That was Nobody's Fault But Mine by Blind Willie Johnson. Hope everyone's good. This is the first live stream of 2024. And yeah, glad it's sounding great. Let me know if I'm clipping as well. You know, still trying to get the levels sorted, but it seems to be okay. Does anybody have any New Year's resolutions? Let me hear your New Year's resolutions. If anybody has any, mine. I have a few. I always have a few. I want to be writing more. I always want to be writing more. I think I always have this thing of like, I try and do. I feel like I can get more done than I actually do, you know. And I'm always trying to improve my time in terms of time management and everything like this. I think that's maybe partly to do with the fact that I'm self-employed and always got a million projects going on at the same time. And I'm a parent as well, you know, and everything that comes with that. I think it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to get more done in less time, you know. And of course, with anything, when it's related to music or anything artistic, that's a very hard thing to do. It doesn't always come, but sometimes it does. And it's nice when it comes quickly. Just read some of the comments coming through. I need to go back. Oh, hey, Mississippi Blues. Evening, how's it going? Good to see you here. Yeah, read that. Noah just said, I do that too for my main guitar. Can't trust the airlines. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a Calton case, you know. These Calton cases, like fiberglass. You can throw it off a building and it'll be fine, still be in tune, you know. But still, I don't trust them. I'm not trusting them with my baby, you know. It's worth. I mean, I guess if I was going to the States or somewhere, or if it was like a really expensive plane trip, you know, then maybe I would put it in the hold and you know, prepare it as if it was going through a war or something. But no, if it's just a cheap flight, then it's kind of worth it, I find. And most airlines kind of let you do that as well. Jasper says, would love to hear you play 4 and 20 by Stephen Stills, tuning E B E E E E. That's interesting tuning. 4 and 20 by Stephen Stills. Have I heard that? I don't know if I've even heard that before. I'll look that up after the stream for sure. You know, I'm really bad with names. Maybe I have heard that and I'm just being stupid. I don't know. That's a really interesting tuning. I don't know if I've seen that tuning before. Bit too many E's for my liking there. But definitely interesting. What polar pattern do I have? I think this is just cardioid. A lot of the time I'm just cardioid. Maybe hypercardioid. But yeah, I find it works quite well, especially when using just one mic for guitar and vocals. That's always my go-to, just using one mic and then putting it in cardioid. But I do like using ribbon mics as well, especially for just a one mic setup. I love my one mic setups, you know, especially if I'm doing any kind of video or anything like this. It's just really easy and quick, and most of the time, if you've done it enough times, you kind of get a good idea about where to put the mic in terms of like where the best places are roughly, you know. But it obviously changes from mic to mic and stuff like that. You might be able to hear a few things in the background. That's just that's my other half. She's just cleaning up the kitchen. In this basement, it's really weird because it doesn't actually have a door. So I've had to like manufacture a door, and it doesn't actually seal the room. So you can actually hear like some noises in the background, but it's okay. It's still fine. Just make sure I usually record late at night anyway when there's no noise going on. Yeah. 0 alcohol. Okay, I get it now. Yes, that's your what you call it? I've forgotten what I call it now. The name. Resolution. Yeah. 0 alcohol. Difficult, but I did it. Wish me luck. Yeah. I mean, I do that every year, I think. 0 alcohol. I usually go through January with 0 alcohol, and I managed to do that pretty well. But yeah, it's good luck on that, you know. You know what I found, speaking with just alcohol, in Germany at least, Jasper, you're based in the Netherlands, right? In Germany, there's a lot of alcohol-free beers, you know, and they actually taste pretty good. I mean, they cost the same amount as a real beer, so it's kind of, it'll be nicer to make it a bit cheaper, but they can't, I guess. But you know, that's what I really like. Like, there's lots of alcohol-free, and they might be the same in the Netherlands as well, but in the UK, there's just very few. Or last time I was in the UK, at least, which was really annoying. When I didn't want an alcoholic beverage, it was basically just it would be like a fizzy drink and that, or a water, and that's kind of the only two options, which is quite annoying. I'm drinking a hot chocolate right now, which is another good substitute for a beer instead of a beer. Okay, I'm gonna do another one now. Gonna use my capo. This is called Like Father, Like Son. This is capoed quite high, and the key is quite high. It's in kind of G fingering. So in G, because I'm in Dadgad, it's quite high up. It's like at the 11th fret. All right, just put the reverb on again. Here we go. It's Like Father, Like Son. Music starts, had too much to drink. One Christmas evening, and the family's all here. From my seat, stand up to my feet, attempt to move my legs and hips to the beat. Arm goes left and left arm goes right. Legs go front to back and then side to side. Head goes up and then it goes down. I'm biting my bottom lip and making a frown. I guess it's true with what they say. We all turn into our parents one day. To my shock, as cool as I am, I'm dancing the same dance as my old man. Like father, like son, my chances are none. Like a father, like son, oh, my time has come. Family, a wife makes one happy guy. So me, oh man, has more than what just meets the eye. what he has. And I'd be proud if I turn out just like my dad. Oh. That was like Father Like Son. And basically the idea with that is that, or the theme, the story is that I don't want to turn out like my dad. But at the end I kind of realized that it's not such a bad thing if I do end up turning into my dad. I think it's always a fear we worry, huh? Returning into our parents a little bit. But I always feel like if we can take the best things of our parents, then, and not keep, reject the worst parts. All right, let's go to the comments. Noah, finally recording my album for sure. Yeah, cool. Recording is always tough for me because perfectionism gets in the way. Yeah, for me as well. It's when I record my albums, one thing I do is I actually don't record it myself. For all my albums, I haven't actually recorded it myself. I've actually booked a studio. Or for the last album, actually, I didn't book a studio. We did it in here, but I booked a producer, friend of mine, to come and record it. And the whole album was just live in one day. So we recorded the whole album in one day, and that was a bit of what do you call it? A topic album. What's the word for those albums when you have a theme, a themed album? Is that the right word? There's a word for these sort of albums. It was a bit like that, but yeah, it can definitely be something that can get in the way for sure. And I think I try and not give myself no option to be a perfectionist, because I know if I was recording it myself, I just would be. That's another reason why I love just recording with one mic as well. I mean, that's mainly for my videos, and if I'm just recording a song just on the fly or something, I would just grab one mic and just make it as easy and simple as possible. But for my previous albums, they were on actually a record deal, so the record label paid for them, which is nice to be in a studio. But it's definitely more pressure. I mean, it's a different way of doing things. I think there's more pressure because you feel like, okay, this is, each day is like 300 euros or whatever the day price is these days. I'm not sure. So you definitely kind of feel that pressure. Okay, I've got to get this within a certain amount of takes if I want to get, say, like 3 songs or 2 songs done in the day. I've got a certain amount of takes to get this, to nail it, and I always like to record guitar and vocals at the same time. It's a personal thing. I feel for my songs, it feels way better to perform them, and to listen to them back. Feels a lot more natural, just for me and my songs. But yeah, I'm going off a tangent now. But yeah, it's. I wonder if there's a way you could kind of limit your options so you can't be as perfectionist as Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like uh, giving yourself limits kind of gets rid of those perfectionisms in a way. Having When we have too many options, then we can't decide on anything. But yeah, for sure, it's tough just tweaking here and there and lots of different things, isn't it? Recording's always tough. Yeah, I said that. And then you could say the noises add the character of the recording. You could say the noises add the character of the recording. Yeah, for sure. Was that part of a different conversation? I don't know. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Noah says, killer song. Thanks, man. Love how melodic and interweaving the guitar parts are. Thanks. Yeah, cheers. It's that was on my first album as well. So, wrote that, released that 10 years ago now. That's a long time ago. Wow. Who's this? Bill. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Bill. Welcome to the live stream. Just stumbled across you. I've been binge watching some of your videos this Christmas. Nice to catch you live. Nice one. Thank you so much. Yeah, glad you've enjoyed the videos. For sure. Nice to see you at the live stream. No, that's good advice for sure. Yeah, it's I mean, I've never recorded an album myself, so I don't know if I'm the best person to kind of talk to about that. I'm definitely wanting to do that. I think but I do really enjoy just going into the studio as well, One of the things that I really want to do is release more, as well as do like albums. And this is something for everyone, if anyone here has released anything, and I'm not, just anything, just on Spotify or whatever, then let me know if you're thinking about releasing, and how do you do it? What do you do? Do you just release one song at a time? I know a lot of people are doing these days. I just really like albums, I like listening to albums. I like recording albums. There's something about a collection of songs that is this sort of 10, 12, 14 songs or whatever. It's there's just something about that that's just really nice as one package, and they collectively kind of have this sound, that kind of fits it all together. You know what I mean? And just doing singles just kind of feels a bit strange for me. I don't know. Maybe it's my age. I have no idea. I'm not that old. 37. That's not that old, right? But yeah, if anyone here, let me know how you release. If anyone releases, do you release just singles? Do you release albums? Yeah, just be interested to know. Noah says, studio time in Switzerland is really not financially viable for me. I can imagine. Studio time in Switzerland is particularly not financially viable. Yeah, nice. That's why I've opted to try to do it myself. Giving yourself limits is definitely the way to go. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's, for me, like time pressure, giving myself time limits definitely helps the perfectionism, because in the last album, it's kind of crazy when I think about it and talk about it. It's just, we recorded the whole album in a day, and it's how many songs it was like, I think it was like 10 songs. I think it was 10 or 11 songs, I think. It was a lot of songs to get done in a day, but it was all live, and it was mainly just me. It was just me. There was just one song when I had a trumpet player playing with me. But there's some of these videos. It's a while ago now. It was 2020. I look very different. Had short hair and stuff. But it's I don't know why I brought this up now. It was because giving myself the time limit. Because I'd booked this with my friend, who wasn't my friend at the time. I didn't know him. Now he's a really good friend. But he was just this producer in the area that I knew that I found in Berlin. And I just booked him for one day. I said, look, this is the plan. I'm going to have a friend of mine come and film it live. So there was a video guy filming it and someone recording it, and there was a lot of pressure. It had to be done that day. There was no backup. You know what I mean? So kind of, I'm kind of used to giving myself a lot of pressure like that, because I've done a lot of recording in the past. So, but it is a bit crazy doing something like that. But, maybe not something as extreme as that, but something like that, giving yourself time limits could be something, for sure. Jasper says, gotta go. All right, no worries, Jasper. See you in the next one. Have a good evening, man. I'll dive into the 4 and 20. Fits your voice too. Good night. Have a good one, man. I'll definitely look into that. 4 and 20. Lucas is joining in from Brazil. Nice. Is it warm there? Tell me it's warm. It's really cold in Berlin. It's just the temperature has just dropped. All right. I'm gonna mess up your name if I try your name. Aldin Kopuyok. Sorry, I butchered that name. Says, greetings from the Philippines. Just ordered a Loudon O22C. Whoa, nice. The O22. What is that? I don't know off the top of my head. What woods is that? Is that cedar top? And maybe that's 22. If you let me know which wood. Your videos were helpful finally choosing the best wood combination for my first Loudon. Okay, so it's the mahogany back and sides then, is it? Same as mine, yeah. Mahogany and cedar, nice. Yeah, I couldn't remember what they call it now, because this is 010, which is the previous name for it back in the 90s. Nice one. I'll do another song now. I'm rambling on, and which is really nice that you're all giving me these comments and questions, which I of course welcome and encourage, but it also means I'm not playing songs. But I'll do actually, you know what, I'm gonna change instruments now. I wanted to play this banjo. It's a really old banjo. It goes out of tune. It's from Birmingham in England. I don't know exactly when it was made, but it's like very, very old. I know the guy who made this. He had a company that made like a funeral company that made coffins, and he had this side business of making banjos as well. So that's interesting. But it's what I don't like about banjos sometimes is they can be very harsh sounding, So I put these are called nylon gut strings, And banjo, old, really old, original banjo strings used to have like literally made of animal gut, you know, and these are designed to sound exactly like them or as close to them as possible. It's synthetic animal gut, basically. So I can't remember what tuning I have this in. It's a low tuning, and it's just really it's quite a mellow sound, which I really like. So I'm gonna try this song, just one song on this, and we'll see how it goes. Put a bit of reverb on. Once I was walking one morning by chance, I heard a maid making her moan. I asked her why she sighed, and she sadly replied, "Alas, I must live all alone. Alas, I must live all alone." I said, "My fair maid, pray whence have you strayed? And are you some distance from home?" "My home," she replied, "is a burden to me. Oh, there I must live all alone. For there I must live all alone." Oh, come back from sea, my Johnny, to me, and make me a bride of your own. Or else for your sake my heart it will break, and I will die all alone. And here I shall die all alone. That was "I Must Live All Alone." That's an old English folk tune. Really hard to get this in tune, this one, but I think I need to work on these pegs. But it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful banjo. I really like all the the neck, how it looks. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. That's probably better. Yeah, I want to work on my my banjo. I'm trying to do some of the the claw hammer sort of stuff, but I'm just kind of not confident of that yet. All that sort of stuff. It's very fun. It's very fun to play. Let's have a look at the comments. Noah says, everyone makes the same frightened face tuning up a banjo. Yeah, I think that's an automatic thing, Yeah, I think I'm not afraid of it's the strings breaking. I think it's more just like, it's just like the sound of it is just not so nice. This sort of, not using picks. Yeah, I don't use picks at all. I hate picks. Yeah. Not to say anything against people that use picks, but not for me. I've been through different like nail sort of stuff, using no nails at all, and using fake nails and all different types of things. I've tried it all. Even tried picks at one point, finger picks, but hated them. And now I'm just using like a tiny bit of natural nail and fingers. Kind of is working for me right now, but it changes all the time. Yeah. All right, I'll do a guitar one now. I'll do a guitar one, and then I wanted to do a tune on my resonator here. I wanted to get a few other instruments out. Also really like playing slide. Been trying to do more of that kind of lap slide sort of stuff. I'm gonna do a song called Mad Eric. And this was also from my first album, but it is about a guy that was kind of the local drunk, the local kind of clown, I guess, of the town that I grew up in. And as kids, we just kind of made fun of him, but kind of created this story and this kind of song about him. Not necessarily true, but he kind of inspired this song in a way. Call him Mac Airy, he talks to himself with a crutch at his left hand, he walks with its help. He got no money, can't afford nothing else. Drinks all day, falls over himself. Searching round these streets he roams, and people's falling change. It's cold outside near home, it's pouring down with rain. Eric don't have no home, no money, no job. nowhere to go. No woman, not sanity, and this ain't funny, cause half of it you don't know. Yeah, they call him Mad Eric when his kids walk by. Curses, shouts, and fists the sky. Crazy old man, they call him, but why? Crazy old man, they say. Go, Eric, go. Play that blues, you know. You find it hard to cope. You're hungry, cold, tired, and broke. Every day's the same, just gets worse. Ain't got no one on this earth. Go, Eric, go. Play that blues, you know. 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 Eric, go. Play that blues, you know. You find it hard to cope. You're hungry, cold, tired, and broke. Every day's the same, just gets worse. Ain't got no one on this earth. Go, Eric, go. Go, Eric, go. Go, Eric, go. Play that blues, play that blues, play that blues. I play that blues, 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 play that blues. I play that blues, play that blues, play that blues, play that blues. Play that blues, you know. Play the 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 blues, you know. That was Mad Eric. I do a bit of a shortened version of these songs because some of these songs are just ridiculously long. If any of you've looked at some of my songs on Spotify or anywhere, you'll see that a lot of them are over 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It's because I really like stories, and a lot of them just, the story just keeps on going. I'm trying to learn how to tell a better story in less words. This I think is a real art, is being able to tell a story with lots of detail with as less words as possible. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Who we got here? Manny Vibes. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Like that you're not using picks on the banjo. Yeah, it's basically a drum that evolved. Yeah, for sure. Noah says the only type of pick I sometimes use is a thumb pick, but it does change the sound. Yeah, I tried thumb picks. I wasn't totally against the sound because my my thumbnail is definitely longer than the other nails, but I just found it really uncomfortable, you know. Maybe I had the wrong size on or something, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people use thumb picks, for sure. Video lighting is perfect, thanks so much. I appreciate you saying that. The sound is excellent. Nice. Great. Video and sound is coming through perfect. All right. Manny Vibes says, cheers, I found you via the recorder you use. Do you mean the Zoom one? The Zoom recorder? I love my Zoom recorder. I take it everywhere I go. I recently went to, did a trip to Italy, actually, because my parents live in Italy. And yeah, I took the recorder with me. Had to take that with me. It's just so easy and convenient, especially if you don't have a computer and you don't want to take a computer with you. You know, you can just take the Zoom recorder. It's really good. Actually, I want to do. I'm gonna get this one. Oh, you see that hole there? A lot of my guitars are a bit bashed up. I have no idea how that hole got made, but you know, there's a hole in the guitar. I mean, there's holes all over it, really, isn't there? But that's a hole that was not originally designed. But you know, doesn't matter. Still sounds good. Some of these guitars I haven't played in a while, so the tuning, I'm not even gonna attempt to put a tuner on this. I know I should tune it to pitch, but as long as it's in tune with itself, you know, I'm not playing with other musicians, so I think it's okay. So this is a Regal, which they made. I think they were made. I don't know where they were made. It's a fairly old company that made resonators in like the 80s, 90s, something like this. I think maybe more the 90s. I want to say Indonesia, but I can't remember now where they're from. But they were definitely on the cheaper end of the resonators. But it still sounds really nice. And this is not designed to set up like a dobro. I've just set it up like a dobro. It's not designed. It's not a square neck. It's not originally. It's originally designed to be played normally like this. But I really like the slide style, so I'm gonna play it like this. And I've literally just put one of these metal things on the nut here that just raises it, you know. And I've raised it here, you know, so it's just raised a little bit off the fretboard. I'm going to try a song I haven't played in a long time, so I'll probably mess it up, but you know. We'll just try it, see how it goes. Just going to add a bit of that reverb again. Ain't got no money, I can't hold a job. not very funny, socially odd. But there's one thing that I can do, just this one thing that I can do. Sing this for you. And I ain't much of a business-minded man, no. And I ain't got no grand scheme kind of plan. But there's one thing that I can do, just this one thing that I can do. I sing this for you. There we go with that one. I'm a little bit rusty on my slide playing there, but it's always good fun playing a bit of slide. I love it. All right, we'll just go to the comments now, just see what people are saying. Here we go. The Zoom, yes. Yeah, you said that, yeah. Nice. It is like freedom. It's great, huh? It's great, it's great. All right, I think I'm caught up with all the questions and everything. I'm going to do one more song. And so if anybody has any questions or anything like this, make sure you get them in before the end of the song. And then I can try and answer them or anything like that. Yeah, so we'll do one on the Loudon to end with. thank you everyone so much for joining me on my first live stream of 2024. Also, if you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Amazing that you've made it this far through on a live stream replay. I've got respect for that. So if you're doing that, thank you so much. That's amazing. And earlier I said I was talking about something and I just lost track. I ramble on and I just forget what my point was of something. But I was asking everyone what if you release songs, anybody here, just out of interest, it just really interests me. If you do release anything, how do you release songs? Do you release songs individually? Do you release EPs? Do you release albums? Or do you do a mixture of all three? I'm just really interested because I want to start releasing more, and I still want to be doing albums. I still believe in albums. I still write for albums, but I want to be recording. I want to be releasing more kind of just individual songs, just kind of re-recordings of my old songs, maybe covers. I don't know yet. This is something I really want to get into in 2024. So yeah, that was my point with this. So if you could just let me know in the comments below, that would be really interesting for me, All right, this is called The River. And this is when I was living on a boat in London. I wrote this song. Here we go. She's a drunk, middle-aged mom. She had children when she was too young. Now it's something you might be surprised. 3 different kids from 3 different guys. She spends her time drinking away, drinking special brew every day. How did she end up this way? People walking past would say, down by the river you may find nothing but tit and tat. Here at the river we all are just a bunch of river rats. He's a loner, he's an old man, an old boater, they used to have plans. Now all he has is a very long beard. Keeping him awake is all these tears. He has one friend in all the world, his old dog with a long grey coat. He never sees the light of day, just waiting for time to pass away. Oh, bunch of river rats. He's a dad, he's a nice guy, a young father that doesn't know why he can't see his poor little son, 'cause all these things this kid's mother has done. He has no money, no job, he'd do anything to earn a few bob. You look at him and you might judge that all he feels for his son is love. Down by the river you may find nothing but tit and tat. Here at the river we all are just a bunch of river rats. All right, thanks so much everyone for joining me on this live stream. I really, really do appreciate it. Let me go on the comments, see if there's any other questions, just so make sure I haven't missed any out. Bill says, is that the Apogee Symphony desktop you're using? The audio interface, do you mean? No. See if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can. That's the Neumann MT48 I'm using. Really nice interface. It's has a touch screen and everything here. It's all kind of everything I need to do is right here. I've sort of tried to minimalize my kind of setup and have a very sort of basic setup at the moment. So I'm using this right now. It changes all the time, you know, but This got sent to me from Neumann, so I'm actually, trying sort of deep diving into it and giving it a ride. I don't know how you would say it. I'm trying it out, and I'm loving it right now. So it's that one. Um, I have a million questions. Hopefully, you'll be live streaming regularly. Yeah, I kind of do this every Saturday, thereabouts. I try and do it every Saturday if I can. Um, I'm just learning, but all my musician pals release songs as they come to them. Yeah, it's funny. That's something that I've seen a lot of people doing, especially these days. Is kind of releasing, just kind of release it when you've done it. Um, which is definitely one way to go. I mean, I still listen to albums. I still write albums. I still record albums. I still make CDs, I have right here behind this camera is like a bunch of boxes of CDs. I don't know how many thousands of CDs I've got. But I do sell them at shows, because I play, I think maybe it's the type of music I do, and because I'm influenced a lot by traditional folk music, and blues music, it tends to be a bit more older people that listen and that come to my shows, and they have CD players and they buy CDs. I don't know how much longer that will go on for, but it's pretty cool to have something tangible that I can sell at shows. Um, so yeah, so that, but definitely I understand that a lot. That's just my particular situation, and that not everyone um, has the need to create CDs, because it's a big upfront cost, um, and if you can't, if no one's going to buy the CDs from you, what's the point in making them, really? But that's interesting. Yeah. Noah says, I've released 2 singles, but love the theory of albums. I think another option is releasing some individual songs from the album beforehand as singles. Yeah, that's something I thought about as well. Is if I record the album as normal. There's a few different ways. I could record the album as normal, which I probably will, because I like doing it. I like recording it in together at the same time. And then you can release it as singles individually. And then you can always, of course, at the end, once you've released all the singles, you can put them together as an album, as a package, if you want as well. I guess you can do that. I would usually do that. I would usually pick like 3 or something, 2 or 3 songs that I would release as an album before I release the album. And that kind of is a good way to promote the album, But yeah, and the other way that I'm thinking as well is that you actually record them all separately, and then you just release them all separately, say a month at a time or something. And once you've released them all, then you can put them as a package, as an album. But I don't know, yeah, or maybe not a month apart. Maybe that's too long. Maybe a week or something. I don't know. Or maybe not if you're recording them, but you get what I'm saying. There's lots of options out there. River rafts. It's river rats, actually. I got the inspiration through that from a song from Kelly Joe Phelps, which is one of my biggest idols. He unfortunately passed away recently, and I never got to see him live. I know a lot of musicians that got to see him live and actually performed with them, some of them, which I'm really jealous of. But if you haven't heard of him, then go and check him out. His music is really amazing. Many Vibes says, that was beautiful. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Noah says, thanks for the music and the talk. Appreciate the advice. No problem. Thanks, Noah. Thanks for dropping by gonna be here most Saturdays, every Saturday, most Saturdays. I try and be here every Saturday at the same time, 9 p.m. my time, which is Berlin, which is Central European time. And yes, what Noah said, cool. Many Vibes says, where do you prefer folks to buy your music? Preferably on my website, fabianholland.com. Because you can also buy a download. You can buy a download. You can buy a CD there as well. Although depending where you are, I'm not sure if I've actually set up postage for worldwide there. So you need to check that if you buy a CD. But you can buy a download for sure on my website, fabianholland.com. You can also, if you go to fabianholland.com, there's a link for that. I don't think there's a link for fabianholland.com in this description of this video, but definitely for my mailing list, which is kind of like my inner circle, if you will. If you want to sign up to my mailing list, then you get these sort of weekly, bi-weekly sort of videos of, and I talk about what we're going to talk about in the live stream. So it's kind of like kind of giving you a bit of an insight before a week before the live stream. At least this is what I'm trying to do. So it basically, with these live streams, some of them are just like this, very open, and I play songs and we just talk and ask questions and stuff like this. But some of them have specific topics. You'll see on the next coming weeks. And so I send out some videos if you sign up to my mailing list down in the description below, just to kind of get some conversations going. And I've actually started a Discord as well, which I'm hoping to kind of is a place where we could sort of communicate further, and talk about these things, not just on YouTube, Discord is a really great place for communities and talking about, various topics like this. Yes. So, yeah, if you want to sign up for that, then please do. What did it say? Vinyl, yeah, I love vinyl. Vinyl's really nice. It's really expensive to press though, so I've never actually pressed any vinyl, which I'd love to do one day, maybe, and digital. Although, yeah, so you can't buy any vinyl off me, but you can buy CDs. That's what I'm probably gonna do. Yeah, okay, Noah. So you probably like the singles release and then the album. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, I think. Many Vibes says, do you think it's true music loses all meaning as soon as it is heard? I've never heard that before. That's an interesting one. I think music should be heard. It's made to be heard, right? Although once I've released an album, I can never listen to it again. It's really something. I think it's just I'm completely sick of that album, and I'm on to the next thing, and I can never listen to my album ever again once I've created it. Does anybody else have that? Even for like any recording? Maybe it's because I've just listened to it so many times. I don't know. But I've never heard that. Do you think that music loses all meaning as soon as it's heard? Never heard that before. Perception is so subjective. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's true. Okay. I am going to leave it there, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining the live stream. It's really amazing how many people we get on these, that come. I really do appreciate it. And, it's really gives me an insight to what people are thinking about and what questions everyone has. And it definitely gives me ideas for future videos and future conversations, because it's always hard, doing this as a singer-songwriter, doing it all on your own. It's nice to have other people to talk to about this. So I'm really benefiting from creating these videos and doing these live streams as much as you are. So yeah, I really appreciate that. All right. So thank you everyone so much, and I will see you in the next live stream.